Hope Association was founded in 2012 out of a calling to really be the place where people's greatest needs were met using people's greatest passions. About 1 year ago, I was sitting in a meeting with our board of directors, and we were strategizing and discussing the future of the organization. And I remember as each one shared what they thought Hope could be and the great potential it had to reach thousands of lives, the excitement in the room that night was really profound. Each of us truly believed in the mission, and we knew that Hope was going to be used to touch so many lives.
In 2012, my good friend Steve called me and asked me and invited me to be a board member on the Hope Association. At that time, I know the organization was based out of Arlington, Virginia in DC, and I wasn't quite sure how I can help. He invited me on and I accepted, and from there is where we began our ministry and where we began our service.
You know that feeling that you're not doing what you're supposed to be, or you're not where you're supposed to be? Because here I was talking about how great this organization can be. And here I was only investing minimal effort into achieving that great mission. And if I was only investing minimally, how could I expect or even ask anyone else to invest more into it? About 6 months ago, I came on to Hope as the full-time executive director. And honestly, I've never looked back. This position and that decision has been one of the greatest blessings in my life, to me and to my family as well.
And at that time, the organization really didn't have an identity. What we wanted to do was just fulfill the needs of the community. And we wanted to be in the community, in the local, not just any community, but the local communities, and be impacting anybody that we can. And anyone who called on us, we answered.
We didn't have much of a specific target in who we served and what needs we met. We basically did whatever service projects we could get our hands on. So if we found a homeless person one day, we would give them a sandwich. Or we found some children another day, we would play a game with them. Or we would visit the senior citizen home and we would lead some bingo.
Project by project, service by service, we began to notice a certain trend. And that trend was children. And not just children, but children in need. Children who were abandoned or foster children, at-risk children, homeless children. So a month or two after Steve took his full-time position at the Hope Association, he got approached by a gentleman named Uncle Ramses. And Uncle Ramses approached Steve with donating his recreational vehicle, his RV, to the organization. And that Monday morning, Steve called me and he said, "Hey, we have an opportunity and somebody wants to donate an RV to the organization."
Now my initial reaction was, what the heck am I gonna do with a 40-foot RV? See, that's what I love about Hope. That there's no idea, no person, no even object that is outside of the possibility of being used to meet people's needs, to touch lives, to inspire others. And that's when it hit us collectively as a group. This RV can be turned into a pediatric mobile health clinic to serve and meet the needs of many underprivileged and sick children that we already serve through our partnerships and relationships with local hospitals. We already knew the need existed. We just never had a solution to the problem, until now.
So after we came up with the idea to turn the RV into a mobile health clinic, again, I got another call from Steve, probably on another Monday morning, weeks after, and he began to tell me that he went out to lunch with his good friend named Levi, and he wants to run 3,000 miles across America for Hope. And it was a dream of his to do so, but he needed an RV to do it.
I met Levi Risk about 1 year ago. Him and his wife Mandy were visiting our church, and I remember we immediately bonded over the fact that we spent about 75% of that church service outside taking care of our toddlers. We began building a close friendship. I believe it's rare in life that you meet people like them that are so genuinely kind and caring, just simple people. Now as our friendship grew, I always would speak to Levi about Hope and the work that we were doing in passing. Both he and Mandy would always express interest in getting involved, and I couldn't believe the lengths that they would go to serve at Hope. oftentimes driving more than 4 hours to come to a Hope event or volunteer at any of our various projects.
My name is Levi Rizk. I'm a family physician in Warm Springs, Virginia. I'm married to Mandy Rizk, and we have an 18-month-old daughter. I'm also an ultra-marathon runner.
And I'm a nurse in Warm Springs, Virginia, and we've been married 4 years.
We're here to bring awareness to what the mission is for Hope to build these health clinics. There are so many people out there that don't have health insurance and don't have access to care. And these clinics are going to provide services for children and families that may not have a way to even get to the doctor's office. So what we need from you is to check out our website and see the details of the RV and what we have planned to serve these populations.
I'm excited to go all in on this journey, and I want to invite every single one of you to join me on this run in whatever capacity that you can, however way that looks for you. But I think all of us doing this together to build 2 mobile clinics that can serve the homeless and the children in DC and LA is really worth it, and I can't wait to meet you and be inspired by you guys just as much as this sport has inspired me.
So just yesterday, I picked up the RV from a gentleman named Uncle Ramses, and he's a wonderful human, and didn't really mention a couple of things about the RV before I took it off of his hands. First of which, it was tilted a little bit like that while we were driving. And I found out as soon as we were leaving the RV lot that there was something wrong, and he made mention of it before we left. Aside from that, the window wipers chose to continue to stop working as we were driving through the grapevine in the rain and in the dark without headlights. The fog lights did work, but there were a couple of little mishaps along the way. Nonetheless, it was about a 10 to 11, 12 maybe hour journey. So now that I've made it here back in one piece, we're going to be doing a little bit of servicing for the RV and all the little components that need a little touch-ups. But we'll have it up and ready, hopefully, so that while the Rizk family is making their way across the states, they'll be nice and comfortable.
So the scope of this campaign is really what drew me in. Levi's running across the country, and that in itself is pretty amazing. And then on top of that, he's doing it for a cause that we all want to be a part of. Now, if it's $1 or even $5,000 or anywhere between or above that, we want you to be involved. We need you to be involved. In addition to that, maybe money's not your thing. Maybe you're not in a position to do that. But we also have tons of volunteer opportunities that you can get plugged into. I'll take myself, for example. I saw the campaign, wanted to be involved, and time was my value. And that's how I got involved. Send us an email, tweet us, find us on the internet, and make your contribution and make this campaign happen.
So we're going directly to neighborhoods and helping kids from birth to 21 years of age get access to healthcare that they need. Don't forget to share this with your friends and family, your coworkers, anyone in your community who is passionate about helping children. This campaign is it.
We really just want to make essential healthcare accessible to children regardless of financial means or social status. The mobile health clinic, this is going to make it possible. We're going to be able to give children what they need without a direct cost to the primary caregivers. And only working as a team, which you're now a part of, can we provide these essential services to these kids, which include sport, school, and summer physical exams, medical management of asthma, diabetes, and chronic illnesses, tuberculosis testing, and sick visits.
I ask you to please share and challenge all your friends and spread the message through different types of social media that you may be able to use, whether it's Facebook or Twitter. I ask that you would hashtag Run Levi Run and Run for Hope, and that we would be able to spread the message.